Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to share a strategic roadmap towards a greener future for the global port and maritime industry. The maritime sector is the backbone of global trade, but right now, it is also at a real turning point. Demand for shipping is still rising, and that means the pressure is rising too to reduce emissions and transitions toward cleaner, more sustainable energy system. So this presentation will look at how we can decarbonize maritime transport in a realistic and scalable way, not by relying on a single answer, but by taking coordinated approach that bring together low carbon fuel, strategic infrastructure development, and digital innovation. We will dig into how port and marine stakeholders can move from ambitious to practical implementation, so that environmental responsibility goes hand in hand with competitiveness and economic resilience. Ultimately, this is about future-proofing our port, our fleet, and our nation while safeguarding the ocean that connect us all. As we begin, let us focus on the key messages driving the entire conversation today. First and foremost, decarbonization is not just important, it is urgent. And the choices we make now will shape the future for our ocean, our economies, and global trade. Our approach centers on three pillars, united by one vision: low carbon fuel. These are the new energy sources that will power ships and reduce emission. Strategic infrastructure, this means developing and supporting the facilities and systems that port need to enable green operations. Digitalizations and innovations. By leveraging technology, we can enhance efficiency, improve measurement, and scale up sustainable practices across the industry. It is important to recognize that there is no single solutions. Instead, we need a diverse portfolio of pathway, from options we can deploy immediately to strategies that will take us into the future. Ultimately, our goal is to ensure that transitions to low carbon maritime sector is both practical and achievable, setting the stage for lasting change. Today, global shipping account nearly 3% of total greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. And to put that into perspective, this is roughly equivalent to the entire aviation sector. As global trade continues to growth, maritime emissions will rise further unless decisive action taken. In response, the International Maritime Organizations, or IMO, has set a clear directions. Its target to halve annual maritime emissions by 2050, while also establishing green shipping corridors that enable zero emissions vessels on key global trade routes. However, achieving this cannot be done by ships owner alone. There is a global alignment imperative. Port nations, policymakers, maritime stakeholders must align national strategic with IMO decarbonization goal. Those that fail to act risk failing behind. So both in regulatory compliance and in long-term competitiveness. The challenge sets the foundations for why transformations across fuel, infrastructure, digital innovation is no longer options. It is actually essential. What encouraging is that the global maritime sectors is not standing still. There is already a strong growing commitment to change. Around the world, government is rolling out national energy transitions roadmap, setting clear milestones for 2030 and 2050. And this roadmap signal a shift away from fossil fuel dependence toward high value green economy, green economic growth, with maritime playing a central role. Alongside this, leading maritime nations are committing to ambitious emission intensity reductions up to 45% by 2030 compared to 2005 level. And these targets are no longer aspirational. They are being embedded into policy and investment decisions and infrastructure planning. And perhaps most importantly, we are seeing the rise of green shipping corridors through international corporations. Key trade routes are being designated as zero emissions corridor, allowing fuel, green port, and next generations of vessel to scale together. And this global alignment sent a very powerful message. Decarbonization has become a competitive advantage. Port and maritime nation that move early will shape future trade flows, attract green shipping lines, and secure long-term relevance in a rapidly transforming industry.